Hello and welcome back to Road to the Regional, where I almost said Road to OTS because today is an OTS. Yes, episode 3 to the Road to Regional is going to be an OTS championship, which is why I'm filming this at 8:30. I'm already showered and ready to go, because only you can prevent having your ass smell like shit. So Yu-Gi-Oh players, please wash your ass. But yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm of course running Runic Stun for the OTS. I have made some slight little alterations to the deck, to both the main and side, because I don't think I showed off my side deck. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to do like a full deck profile, and the other tripod is actually in my sitting room that I forgot to bring up last night to actually film a deck profile. So I'm not going to go spend too long on it, but I cut Runic Dispelling from my list and added in Pot of Prosperity, simply because I don't really care about much of my extra deck. Because you'll see me mainly go into like Murin more often than not, and like on the rare occasion Hugin. So and I run 3 of each, so that's 4 cards that I might need at the moment. So that's the main changes for that, and then the side deck, which I kind of threw together last time. There is a change to it. So I ended up not paying for the QC, not the QC, the Starlight Regekis. It's just because I didn't have the money for them at the time. But I have ordered a second LOB Regeki, because I do have one LOB Regeki. So I am going to be running that today. I am also playing uh, triple uh, droplet, triple bell. Because again, I don't really have like the side deck properly tailored yet, but it's getting there. Double ogre, double nib. I was running this at 3, but I cut that for the Regeki, the one judgment, and then the triple warning. So the triple warning and the judgment and the Regeki is definitely going to be like a proper mainstay for the side deck. I have ordered cards for the side deck. As I said, I ordered another Regeki, and I ordered something that should be here next week, because it has been shipped. And that is a trap card that's going to make people hate me even more. It's a trap called Mind Drain, and it's basically skill drain, except I still paid 1,000, but it reads, pay 1,000. Neither player can activate monster effects in the hand. I don't activate monster effects in the hand. All the other decks do, so that's going to slow them down even more. Which means I probably will get beaten up at the next locals if I have it on hand. But yeah, not sure how well I'm going to do today, to be completely honest. I lost every game last week, so it's really just up in the air as to like what's going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It could, like, to be honest, if I'll play up until the third round. If I lose all 3 of those games, I probably will just drop instead of playing out the last 2 games, or the last. Oh, but it depends on how many players we have today. Because if it's just 4 rounds, I'll go for the entire 4 rounds. But if it's 5 and I'm X3, I might just drop at that point. There mightn't really be. I won't see a point in, playing on for the next 2 rounds, because I'll be like the lowest of the low on the tables. I might get a chance to actually get 2 wins and then have go again 2-3, but we'll see how the day goes. But anyway, that's enough for that. I don't know how long left until my bus in to town. I'm gonna get the 9:30 bus in. Gonna get some grub. I'm I'm the only one in my friend group that's going to the OTS today. So yeah, I'm going to hit Stag. But obviously I'll have the usual local goobers there. But anyway, I've been rambling for 5 minutes. Let's see how I do in today's OTS. All right, let's see what I can get in my packs. Let's see, we got brain control, that thing, and garbage. Pack number 2. Let's see, Thesalos, fish, and another Sylvie. Okay, so round 2, I'm paired with someone who's playing heroes. It's actually my first time facing against them. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a 2-1 to him. Yeah, I lost this one too. Game 1, I went second. Didn't see hide nor hair of anything. Like with round 1. Didn't see hide nor hair of anything, and eventually just had enough on field to OTK me. Now, game 2, however, that one was really quick. Like, I set up a board, he bricked so hard that he just could not play through it. Game 3, I got a little greedy after that win. After taking down game 2, I got super greedy. Because in my opening hand was Raigeki and Nib. So after I set up my board, he just summons Stratos. I believe he attempted to activate the effect and I negated it. And then he just passed. He passes to me. And so, having not used any runic cards, I'm like, oh, okay, sweet. I have a guy on field. I'll summon a guy. I get, I can do these things. And I shotgun the Raigeki. I do. I shotgun the Raigeki on just a singular monster, which ended up being a colossal waste of a Raigeki, because he comboed off, started to combo off. I nibbed him at the 5th summon. He continued to play. He brought out Destiny Hero Plasma, nicked my nib, because at that point the only card I had left in my hand was Moon Mirror Shield. And so he nicked my nib, brought out Darklaw, I believe, and hit me for some damage. Now, my top deck was Terraforming, which was probably the worst top deck I could have had at that point. Now, had I kept the Raigeki, I probably could have lived another turn. Would have Raigeki'd his board. He threw a lot of his resources into making the, getting to that point. So it would have depended on what he drew, and then I knew like my next draw would have been something useful. So I could have potentially clawed it back for a victory, but alas, that was not the case. And so going into the 3rd round with a 0-2 record. So let's see how I do for round 3. Okay, so round 3, I didn't get a chance to film because the camera was nearly dead. So round 3, I got paired with the same person who I got paired at round 1 last locals. And it was a swift 2-0 to my opponent. Because just like with round 1 and round 2, I did not see a single playable card this entire OTS. And so, yeah, I literally, after I lost and I entered the win-loss into the event, I dropped. because I just didn't see a point in playing out the last round. I like again, like it is the last round. I could have scraped by with the win, but no, after just the awful, absolute awful performance of this deck. Where, where I've gone, there have been locals where I have lost every game with this deck, but I've still managed to do things. I've still managed to nearly deck out my opponent. I've still managed to nearly slow them down. Not today, not for this OTS. I got royally shafted. There are definitely mistakes that I've made in terms of the game with the hero player. I should have definitely have held on to that Regeki. It might have bought me a turn. It would have depended on what he drew into, but considering the fact that he did say that he somewhat bricked, but so like he had literally he used all of his resources, and that's the thing that I just noticed. Like I play I don't know how many runic cards in my deck. I'm actually going to count how many runic spells I play in my deck. Yeah, I play about 18 runic cards. Where the fuck were these today? There were times where I just open up like maybe one or two that I just couldn't really fucking do anything. It's either save them to try and stop my opponent, or maybe get Hugin to get Fountain, but then I don't have a follow-up after that. And that was also the key thing. Like, yeah, there were times where I did open up like one or two runics, but that was it. Like there was no extra draw from power from that. So that's a bummer. Whether or not that this is going to be the end for this deck, I don't know. I'm going to attempt to learn, Yubel Doomsy. I have most of the cards. I have it set up on EDO Pro, and that. So I'm not sure if I'm going to next week's locals, and that is simply because Pokemon Legends ZA is out. This coming yesterday by the time this video comes out, so I'm probably still huddled away somewhere playing that game. So I might just do like a video where I just like try to learn Doomsy Yubel, and see how that goes. But yeah, that is going to wrap this OTS up. 12 players for the OTS this time. But I didn't have fun. I didn't have fun, and that's just simply because the deck just did not do what it's designed to do. As either I didn't see a single stun card, or I didn't see a single runic card. So yeah, that's that. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Catch you all on episode 4 for the Road to OTS, Road to Regional series. I keep saying OTS, but no, it's Road to Regional, and we are basically 4 weeks away. Technically now 3 weeks away, and by the time this comes out, we'll be 3 weeks away from the regional.